have to do this real quick here. I always, my guy, Elliott Shore Parks, that covers the Eagles, my guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your guy.
Fanboy?
The
Bobby Belt of Philly?
He's my guy now.
He's my guy. He is my guy. But he has, this is his thoughts on Twitter from the Eagles Colts joint practice today. He said, overall, Eagles very clearly the better team. I don't think the Colts first team offense got a single legit touchdown. Mostly all check downs, quarterback runs due to pressure. The Eagles offense.
Those aren't legit touchdowns?
Yeah. It gets better.
That's their offense. They had touchdowns, but no legit ones.
Yeah, they were legit.
I don't think it's funny. He goes, I don't think the Colts first team offense got a single legit touchdown.
But they did have multiple touchdowns.
But mostly all check downs and quarterback runs due to pressure.
Yeah.
Okay. Then he goes on to say.
That's phenomenal.
The Eagles offense won all 11 on 11 drills, mostly because Devontae and Hurts were just way better than the Colts defenders. Eagles weren't super sharp, but they didn't need to be against the Colts. Easy win. Decision. Eagles win. Hurts Sirianni's record 8-2 in joint practices.
Oh man, we're charting victories in joint. He didn't bring up the punching of Anthony Richardson,
dude.
Come on,
this guy is a freaking beast, bro.
I wish I could do that. I really do.
Maybe we could if we can get a Super Bowl trip. I think that's the kind of fun and enthusiasm and bullishness it'll bring to a team.
The fact that he is just this other
8-2 in joint
they
practices.
shouldn't be on the same field with the Eagles.
8-2 in joint practices.
That's awesome.
Elliott, my man.
I want to see who those two L's were against.
They've had what was it? I did. It was when they did have the loss. I do remember. I should go back and find when the L's.
He was brokenhearted.
He was
that
like
day.
me watching Ranger baseball
He's
last night.
bleeping them.
Yeah, it was not.
Sad
It was
as
not
can
pretty.
be.
Gosh, the season's over.
Yeah,
A
not.
lot of fights in that practice today, I heard.
No.
They were
Eagles and
punching
Colts.
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah,
Wow.
there you go.
Dirty team, that Eagles.
Dirty team. All right, I'm going to ask you guys. I'm going to say a player's name. Okay, the Cowboys player.
Okay.
And this is really this is the training camp edition.
Oh, no.
Of
Wait,
this.
is this fill in the blank?
No, it's okay. I'm going to try and make it better than fill in the blank.
Thank you.
No,
Fill
I
in the
just
bleep.
I know I
for my
F
own
up
sake.
I F up a lot of things.
Those fill in the blank quizzes and tests,
Yeah.
those right there expose you, bro.
Yes.
They expose you.
Yes.
Damn, what you mean I got a 45?
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you mean?
I thought that was a good answer.
I admit it. My games aren't always the best, but I'm going to give you a Cowboy player.
Okay.
Give me the first word that comes to your mind about the player.
Ooh, okay, word association game.
Yeah, word association game.
This is fun.
And then tell me why you used the word. And Gavin, look like you're interested right now. Don't like
He's locking in, dude.
No,
he's locking in.
it looks like he's just like, why would you do this to me, Broaddus?
No, this
you know,
is a
I don't
segment
want
he
to
gets
know
to
this.
take off.
I'm trying to get my brain warmed up.
You're not. You're over there like going, I can't believe he came up with this stupid game.
This is great. I just want you to stop talking and start giving the names so we can react.
Okay, you ready? Deuce Vaughn.
Good player. Yeah.
It's supposed to be
I
just
was wrong.
one word.
Yeah, just one word.
One
I'm
word.
sorry.
Yeah.
Rules.
And why would you just say good? Why would you and describe why you're using your word?
Because I think athletically he's capable of changing directions faster than the defense. I did not know if that was going to be the case. I faded his quickness and his stability, his balance. And it's incredible in tight spaces. Guys are swinging for him, trying to find him like they're Errol Spence and he's Terrence Crawford, Brian.
How about you, Chief? Deuce Vaughn.
I thought impactful. I think he's a guy that will make an impact on the offense. I know he's not going to be your every down back, and I know they like Dowdle in the third down blocking back role, but there's a skill set there with Deuce Vaughn that is extremely unique for all the reasons that Dawson mentioned, and I think he will make an impact on the offense.
How about you?
Playmaker. I mean, you put him in the game. That dude's got a nose for the end zone. Fun things are happening. He's exciting. I think that, the comparison of watching Tony Pollard back up Zeke, and we were just eager for Tony Pollard to get more touches, I think there will be a similar feeling for Deuce Vaughn.
Yeah, I think the word I love what you talked about with impactful. I think they're going to find ways to use him in these games that will make a difference. For him.
Well, I sure hope so, and I don't know if Kellen Moore was still here that we'd feel the same way, would we?
Maybe not.
I would not feel the same way.
Maybe not. Okay, how about back to you, Zach?
Okay.
Jalen Tolbert.
Improvement. I think that's the biggest thing for him. I mean, he finally looks like the type of player we were hoping that he would be when they drafted him a year ago. He's taken major strides. I think he's the definition of why you can't just write off a guy after a bad rookie season. And I'm hoping that this translates into the regular season because he's done everything right. The offseason, we heard all the hype, but the eye test has passed that hype as well. I mean, he's performed in the preseason games and in practices.
How about you, Chief?
Ready. I think he's ready to go out there and make some plays for you. And to be in the fourth role as a receiver, I think is like there's not a ton of pressure there. But he seems like a dude, and you mentioned it as well in the first preseason game where he gets penalized, and then he still has the confidence to come back and catch a touchdown on that same drive and make up for it. I think it showed you the difference in last year Tolbert and this year. Playing with confidence, he's ready.
Gavin?
Crow, back-to-back players. I got to eat crow on Vaughn and Tolbert. I didn't think Tolbert had much of a shot at all. But congrats to him. Even going back and watching his college stuff, I was like, man, this guy is slow. There's no wonder. But he's figured it out, and he's proven me wrong, and congrats to him. Now, the final test is going to be the regular season, and if he shows out in the regular season, then we're going to be looking at 4 good wide receivers, and at that point, it will be clear that you could add all the wide receivers you want if you don't have a better offensive line, Brian.
I think the word I would use is grateful. And I think that with all the things that he went through, he carried so much with him that whole offseason, hearing that he was a bust, hearing he couldn't play. I think the things that him going to the backyard, him going on private workouts, him just preparing himself, I think he's grateful that he has this opportunity, and I think he's taken full advantage of that. All right, Gavin, how about you, Chief, on this one? I'll swing it to you. Sam Williams.
Super beast. You see flashes of it. We got to see a ton of it last year from a flash standpoint, but he's a guy that is I'm super excited about. His athleticism jumps off at you. Sometimes he's almost too athletic for his own good and strong for his own good, and there's a penalty. But the dude is going to be a key piece to the defense, and you make a good defense great when you got players like that.
Gavin, Sam Williams.
I'm going to say undisciplined. He's got a little bit of a screw loose, which I love in my edge rushers. Maybe maturity is a little bit of an issue, but he's got to rein something in to be a little bit more of a pro and play with more discipline.
I love what you're saying there, Gavin, because I think he's going to be his own worst enemy. If he's not successful, it's because of himself. But I would go with explosive. He's got just a rare explosive ability when it comes to, getting off the snap, the quickness. I mean, for his position, he's a rare athlete.
Yes. Oh, my gosh, he stands out. I mean, the fact that you have him and Micah Parsons on your defense, every other defense in the sport, every other defensive coordinator is so jealous of Dan Quinn for having 2 guys.
He can be special. He
that
really
alien-like.
Yeah, I think he's got the ability to be rare, but like I said, I think Gavin's really kind of nailed him with the undisciplined part. That the things that you absolutely love about him could also be a detriment to him of how aggressive he is. Gentlemen, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.